things regularly. Like, I actually have the book right here that I've been reading. I'm about halfway through plugging away. It's a book that I recommend. It's called Simple Justice by Richard Kluger. It's a big boy. It's about the litigation that ultimately led to the NAACP prevailing in the civil rights struggle and culminating in Brown v. Board of Education.
Oh.
And it's a fascinating story because you really kind of, there's lots of little things we can get into. I mean, one fascinating one, and that I think is very relevant to today, oddly enough. Well, I'm going to sidetrack because we can't hear. Then when the NAACP went and wanted to launch litigation in a school district and say, we want to integrate the schools, you know who they'd often get resistance from? The Black school teachers and administrators. That's not an intuitive thing, but the reason they did it is because those people had a job in a segregated system. And if it was integrated, their jobs were in very, very serious jeopardy, because who knows if they would be hired by the now integrated Black-white schools. And there's an analog to this that's useful. Think about something like Parler or Rumble. And I like Dan Bongino immensely. I have huge respect for him. I like the people, the effort to do that. But one has to realize that their incentives are actually contrary to the conservative movements more broadly, because the better the conservative movement is doing in terms of gaining access to the bigger social media platforms, the worse Rumble, Parler, et cetera, will do. And so they've put themselves in a situation where their financial incentives is to see more and more conservatives kicked off of social media, of the main ones, so that they come and help build the smaller and more competitive ecosystem. Anyway, that's just a random.